All right, guys, I want to show you guys real quick how do I organize a large order that's sent to me like on a piece of paper. So I had a big order of 76 shirts, and I need to tally up the total, one, and two, the number of, not the number, the count of each size. So when I go to order shirts, it's super easy. So I'm going to show you how to do that in Excel. All right, so here's the first sheet of the order. So she wrote them down on a piece of paper. And then what I'm going to do, open up an Excel spreadsheet, highlight a few cells in any column. I should have did this in the first column, but it doesn't matter. I'll just delete the cells. So you want to select data validation. And then here in the box here, you want to select list. So what we're going to do is create a drop down to make it easier to select the size for each order versus typing in the size for each shirt, which is 76 shirts. So it's going to be easier just to create a drop down. So you're going to enter the sizes separated by a comma. So we're going to enter all the way from a 4T up to a 3X or 4X. I think is what I put in here, but I think my sizes went up to like a 3X. All right, so we're just going to type those in there. All right, so you select OK when you're finished, and then as you can see here, it'll create that list for you. So we're just going to insert a row and create a header because eventually we're going to do a pivot here. All right, so I'm just going to name this cell size. This is where that drop down is that I created. And then I'm going to put the name here for each person's name, just so I can keep up with the list and make this organized. So you want to drag that first cell down, and what that's going to do is drag the drop down list so it's available in every cell. I went down too far here. I just really only needed 76 cells to drag it down 76 cells because I have 76 names. All right. All right, so I really started over way too far, so I'm going to delete the columns in front of this first row of data that I have, so it'll move everything to column A. All right, and I'm just going to place the window that I have my sizes in on one side, and then the Excel on the other side. Okay, so I'm just going to add all of the names, identical as they are on the sheet of paper that was sent over to me. And as you can see here, this drop down makes it super easy to just select the size versus typing it over every time I get to a new line. And I'm just going to do that for all shirts. All right, now I like to do what I call make my spreadsheet pretty. So I'm just going to format the header, make it a different color, and bold the wording. And then I'm going to add a price so I can also determine the cost of everything. So I want to filter for certain sizes. My youth to adult extra large for this order was $14. So I'm going to filter for those sizes, and then I'll do the 2X and 3X next. So when you filter for those, you want to put the price of $14 and drag it down. And this is going to add the cost for each of those shirts. All right, and then I'm going to clear my filter and then filter for the 2X and the 3X. And then I'm going to add $16 for those sizes. And again, drag that down as well. All right, and then I'm going to clear the filter from the header, clear all filters. And then at the very bottom of the cost column, I'm going to add a formula to give me the total. So that's equals sum. I'm going to actually merge these together so I can add a total. All right. And then in the column with the pricing, again, I'm going to do equals sum. That formula is going to add up everything that I highlight, and it's going to give me the total for the order. So super easy. Next thing I want to do is create a pivot, and that way I can quickly see how many of each size that I have. All right, so create a pivot. You want to hit insert on your ribbon and then hit pivot table and click. I tried to put it on the existing worksheet. I don't know why today it was giving me such a problem. So you'll see here that I'm just going to do insert and then just put on a new worksheet. I wanted to have it side by side, but again, it was giving me some issues. So I'm going to put the name in my rows, and I'm going to put the size in my values, and that's going to give me the number for each size. And you can see here very quickly all of the different sizes or counts for each size. Now I did notice that it was giving me a count of 78 and I only have 77 shirts, so I can see it was including that total row at the bottom. So that you can fix that by adjusting your pivot source, so you can see that one line there. And I'm just going to take it down one count. And voila. There it is. I think it's 76, not 77. I'm trying to see the small screen and do the voiceover at the same time. So that's it. That's how you determine the pricing, sizing very quickly. So you can be organized. And then that way when I go and order my shirts, I can look at each size and very quickly put in the count for each shirt that I have versus having to count up each shirt size on that paper that was sent over. So I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, comment down below and let me know. And if you would like to see any other organizing tips.